doing?
Good.
Good. Okay, so let's review these before we do the Kahoot, because the ones on the Kahoot start to look like this towards the end. The first couple of questions are easy and they build up, okay?
Okay.
All right, so look at all these good children on the Zoom getting extra credit on a Friday. That's what I'm talking about. For the first one, what did I tell y'all you have to do yesterday? Everything in parentheses first. Remember your PEMDAS from middle school. So we're going to simplify inside the parentheses first. Now, a couple of you said in middle school they taught you to take the 2 in first. That is fine. She's going to get on my nerves today.
They need to have a picture made because you missed the time. Please go to the auditorium lobby for pictures. Sophomores A through R, and also any staff that need to have their picture.
All right, Miss Hill. All right, you can carry the 2 in first, but let me tell you what it's going to do. It's going to make your problem have at least one more step. Usually it's 2. So simplify, make it look smaller first, and then we'll worry about the exponent, okay? That's the easiest way to do it. So when we reduce the inside, what is 6 divided by 8 reduced to? 6 over 8? Good, -3/4. Thank you, Josh. Extra credit. And I heard you too, Kayla. I'm really not kidding. You get extra credit all the time in here, okay? -3/4. Now, look at your A's. Where are they bigger? Okay.
In the denominator.
Good. Say denominator. When you say bottom, it makes me think of a butt because I'm a little immature. So let's say denominator, but good. Okay. In the denominator. So Ashley, what do we do with the exponents when we're subtracting? Or dividing. I just told you. Subtract. Right? So 5 take away 2 is 3. Good. 9 take away 3 is good. And then we need to square it. Because this was -6/8. If you have a positive divided by negative, do you agree with me it would be negative? I just moved the negative to the top. It doesn't matter where you put it as long as you put it somewhere. Okay? All right, so from here, what do I do now? What comes after the P in PEMDAS? There we go. So carry your exponent in, and we talked about this yesterday. Remember to take it into everything. You distribute it in. It goes to everything. Are we okay with that? All right, so when you take this exponent in, what happens when I do 3 squared? What do I get? 9, good. Hopefully you did not put 6. What happens when I do -4 squared?
6.
Good. So Kershawn, can we talk about what you just said real quick, babe? People at home, y'all be answering me too. If you have -4 times itself, what's a negative times a negative? Beautiful. So this should be +16. All right. What do I do with the rest of the stuff that's left? So I got my variables and my exponents. What do we do here? Good. So people in Mr. Potts' class, you cannot do 3 squared. This is different because this is already an exponent. So you can't do an exponent raised to another exponent. That is not a thing. So if you have one exponent raised to another, the rule you learned yesterday was to multiply them. Okay? So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is
12.
Is this simplified? If you had done the outside first, you would have to simplify after this. So it is easier if you do the inside first. Questions on that? Are you sure? I can't tell if you're scared or if you're like, okay, this ain't that bad. I'm stricter than him and I'm louder. I don't know if I'm louder than him. We're just different. It's not a bad thing though. All right, number 2. This one's a little bit trickier. So on number 2, I saw some of y'all multiplying first. What are you supposed to do first? Huh?
See the parentheses.
Okay, parentheses, but can we combine anything inside these parentheses? There's nothing to simplify inside the parentheses.
So you just
What's next? Exponents. So you can't multiply first. This -3 has to go into everything, just like we did over here. We okay with that?
Yes.
We sure? All right. So we've got -9 to the -3rd now. Are you okay? You sure? Okay. Your face was worrying me. We did one similar to this. We did one similar to this on Delta Math. So x to the -3rd now. And what do I do right here with this 2 and -3? Good, multiply. 2 times -3 is -6. And now, let me see if I can squeeze it in here. I can. Now we can multiply because we just took care of our exponents. Okay? All right, so people at home, I'm talking to y'all. One of y'all has to answer for extra credit. What do I do with my exponents when we are multiplying?
You add them.
Oh, good. She jumped in there quick for that extra credit. Good job. You add them. Add your exponents. We'll worry about the 9 and the 4 in a minute, okay? Let's add the exponents. So x to the -3rd and x to the 5th. What happens when you do -3 plus 5?
You get 2.
You get 2. Amen. That's all I was looking for. You get 2. It's okay. You were really explaining it, and I really liked it. -3 plus 5 is 2. Good? All right. What do I do with my y's? What is -6 plus, what's with this y?
1.
Good. What's -6 plus 1?
-5.
Good. You're fine. All right, and then we've got to do our numbers, right? Everybody with me? Does anybody know off the top of their head what -9 to the -3rd is?
It is
729.
-9 to the -3rd.
Oh, negative. Oh,
Pause. All right, you're telling me that. Cam, can you go run around the track -3 times? No. Josh, can you clean your room -3 times? So all y'all sounded foolish saying 729. You cannot do something negative times. What are we supposed to do if there's a negative exponent? Turn it to a positive? Yes, flip it. So everybody look, you should have flipped -9 to the -3rd to the bottom, and then you can make it to the +3rd. You should have flipped that first though. The 4 is just 4 to the 1st, so I'm gonna keep it up here. Did y'all not learn that rule yesterday? Y'all are looking. He probably didn't explain it like I just said. You cannot have negative time. You cannot do something negative times. So if you see a negative exponent, you flip it, flip the number. So do y'all agree this number, everything was in the numerator because it was over or understood 1? So you just flip it to the bottom and make it positive. Okay? Now, Jaquez and Cam, what is -9 cubed?
729.
-729. Very good. So let me come up here if that's okay with y'all. I'm going to put the final answer up here. We have 4, I shouldn't say final answer. We have 4x squared over -729. We got one more thing we have to do. Oh, good, Josh. Do what with the y? Flip it. And so y to the +5th will be in the denominator. You cannot do something negative times. You cannot have a negative exponent. You are tweaking again. Talking about some 729. If you need help with this, we are practicing today. We're about to do a Kahoot, and then y'all are going to do a practice classwork assignment. But come to office hours today. I can help you, okay? Are you guys okay?